Hello and welcome to episode 26 of From Dust, where literally just moments ago, Summer said, "No, I don't want to play." So that's where we're starting from tonight. Speaking of which, Summer, how you doing?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is the first week that I've been here in like probably 3 or 4 weeks that I've had a decent, well, I didn't really have a good week, but I rested a lot. I did the thing that I was supposed to do for myself, which is I sadly canceled. We were supposed to have a new game this week. We were supposed to play Liminal on
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. We were supposed to play Therisha on Friday. And I already had Wednesday off, but like Thursday and Friday, I fully just like took the days off, was in bed all day, did nothing. And today I feel like a new person. And
Yes.
it's outstanding that
I'm
I
so happy
feel
for you.
like I can think. Yeah. So I'm doing great. I feel like last time we played, I was like somewhere, I wasn't at the worst of it. I was at the
Mm-hmm.
beginnings of it where
Yeah,
I
because that was
wasn't
like two
feeling
weeks
good.
ago.
I feel like I got sick like 3 weeks ago, and it's just been like kind of like
Mm-hmm.
this. But the peak of my illness was Otterthon a week ago, last Saturday,
Yeah.
where my fever was literally the highest it's ever been in my entire life.
Dang.
Yeah. So I was like, do I need to go to the emergency room? Like calling my mom, like, am I in trouble? She was like, no, you're okay.
Yes, you're grounded.
um, but yeah, so this week has been one of recovery. And I'm so glad that I am feeling better and really hype to play this game.
Hell
I
yeah.
think I think I feel the best out of the four of us right now, which is so
You might be
surprising.
right. I mean, we got past all of Arrow's major tension, so of course you feel
You're
good.
right. Oh my God. And
Yeah.
like he's like drunk right now and like
He's
making
drunk and making
out,
out. Yeah.
which is like all I could ever ask for any of my characters. And he's living his genuinely his best life right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna just stay that way this episode.
Sure.
Remember how last time after the session ended, how we talked about how I literally have to bone every episode? Do you remember how we talked about that?
I
Do
remember
you recall
something
that?
similar to that. I remember you wanted your
Mm.
character to bone every
No,
episode.
it's necessary.
Um, I'm looking at my notes and it doesn't say that. It doesn't
It
say that
does.
it's.
I'll remind you why. Tell us about how NPCs work and about how they have costs,
Oh
Dylan,
fuck
to
yeah!
help
I
you with
also
things. Remember
completely
that? Do you
forgot to
remember?
reread the
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 hirelings.
hireling rules. Oh
Well,
well.
I'll tell everybody. Dylan kindly informed us some time ago that when you have people with you and they're helping you with stuff, they have costs.
Mm-hmm.
And many a week ago told me that Fletch's cost is affection.
Which doesn't necessarily mean boning. I will say there are
But
forms
take
of affection that
point
aren't
A.
boning, and also not all boning is affectionate.
Well, when I do it, it is. So
Fair. Cool. All right.
anyway, that's all my
I'm
thoughts and my
gonna
feelings for today.
I'm gonna run screaming from this conversation,
Yeah, bye.
directly toward the source of my guilt for the last 2 weeks. Kiana, how you
You
doing?
brought this upon yourself.
You know, Dungeon World's an interesting game.
Uh-huh.
Someday I'll talk about how we got to the place that we are right now, because
Right.
yeah, it's an interesting chain of events. How you
Yeah.
doing? How have your 2 weeks been?
They've been pretty good. A lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes work that I can't talk about. Just, I'm just in a general state of tiredness in NDA land.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's 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 been the last 2 weeks, really. It's just been secret
Oof.
stuff behind the scenes, I guess. Oh, I guess one thing I could talk about is that if you're a patron, I've been doing these Patreon monthly videos on my Patreon. All patrons get access to it, so I get to talk about whatever topics people vote on. I did mine this past last week on player choice and how to make player choice matter in your games, both as a designer and as a GM. That was a lot of fun. So that's been a fun thing I've been working on. It's mostly just me talking to a camera for like 20 minutes. So if you like hearing my voice talk about things, uh, they're good. Yeah. So I've been tweaking those, and I'm thinking about putting them public, but I think I'm gonna like wait for like a few more of these videos to go out and actually kind of get a process going before I decide I want to share that with the general internet. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh yeah, and getting hyped for Breakout Con. That's the other thing I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Uh,
coming up in a very short period of time.
in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
yeah. So I'm going to be on a couple panels there. I'm also going to be in a live show. I'm also running 2 games because I have no sense of chill
Yeah, I
whatsoever.
was gonna ask, do you know how to just chillax at a convention? Is that a thing that's in your skill set somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I wish you luck with all of that. Oh boy, Adam, Fredo, how you
Hey,
doing?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be a part of things. I'm good. Been packing, getting ready for the move. It probably doesn't look like it, but we have packed a lot of stuff. We are moving in a little bit more than a week. Next Monday, having a nice little
Ooh.
going away party tomorrow with the family, and mostly been like crossing things off my moving bucket lists of like people I want to see, places I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So feeling pretty good about that. Like I thought I'd feel more like in crisis right now, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
big life change, but I'm like weirdly at peace with all of it. Just
it's
because like
exciting life
it's
change, right?
going smooth and like I've tended to like all the business I need to tend to here. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's like a sense of finality, but like a very peaceful sense of it. Like if this was like a biopic, like this would be like the end of the movie before I go on to do the cool stuff.
Right, and then like the credits roll and there's text. Adam Rowe went on to yada yada yada. Yeah.
Let's hope that's how it goes.
No, that's definitely how it goes. 100%.
But yeah, feeling good about that. That's really about it for me.
Awesome. I whew. Uh I don't know what I did in the last 2 weeks. Honestly, my brain is a quantity of mush is what it is right now. Um I don't know. Tuesday happened. Tuesday was stressful. I'm not going to get into the details on it for security reasons, but for those of you that don't know, I work the election every time we have an election here in California. Um, and it's a long day every time that happens. So I'm still kind of recovering from that, and of course the associated fallout in the rest of the world as time goes on. But I mean, exciting stuff. Oh, I actually do have some exciting stuff. New giveaway went up today, so that's exciting. But also, I released the playtest version of my newest game, called Letting Go, on Monday. Is that when I did that? Sunday? Sometime in the past week or so. It's up on itch. It's free for the beta version that's up right now. And it's loosely based on Summer's game, Knowing You. In the sense of it's a game that takes place entirely through questions, and also it's inherently heart wrenching. I think if I made it right. Um,
I think you did
yeah.
from taking a quick glance at it.
But it's I don't know, it's been an interesting game to design. because I don't just want it to be sad. Like if I wanted to just be sad, I could do that and that'd be easy. But I want it to be like healing in a sense, I guess. Because I think it's I mean, obviously look at the games that I run and the games that I write. I think engaging with complex and difficult emotions has value. Cathartic, yeah.
Hey.
I think there's value there. And so that's kind of what I want the game to do. Like I can do that in our games because we all know that that's what we're doing, and we can do that, and we can have conversations about it. But designing a game to do that so that I can hand it to other people and be without telling them like, you're here to have kind of a bad time and then overall a good time by the time you're done with it. Like I can't sit down and have that conversation with everybody that plays my game. So it's been interesting trying to design a game that still does that, without like putting people at risk or anything like that. So yeah, I'm going to be printing out a copy of the playtest and bringing it with me to Breakout Con, where I'll probably be spending much of my time at the free play area because I'm too lazy to actually try and schedule an event. But yeah, so that happened. I'm excited about it. It's been a year since I released a game. The last game that I released was Spoken Magic, which was for the March of the Wizards game jam on Itch.io, and that was a long time ago. So I'm stoked to have a game back out there. But yeah, so that's been good. And frankly, I think that's all the preamble my brain has power for. So do we want to hop into some recap and then some role playing where I no longer have to be my brain, but I can instead be NPC brains?
I'm so ready for that recap.
Okay. Do I
Give me
remember
that
what happened 2
juice.
weeks ago? It's a really
You
good
do.
question.
You know you did.
Let's see. Arrow and Fletch, well, Arrow specifically, told Mien that they were engaged, and she was like, "Hell yeah, that's great. Go get married, kiddo."
I'm drunk.
She was very drunk at the time. I think Skullbreaker said a little bit of stuff about his past, his mortal life. Although
Finally.
he didn't get quite to the nitty-gritty details. The group met up with Rolf's Raiders, and Gregor joined them while trying to set up the smoothest operation that has ever been enacted in Kulimba of, hey, if only we had mercenaries to hire. Ah, what a dilemma that we have before us. In order to convince Rolf's Raiders to bring Arrow and Baron with, which worked. Like even with Rolf picking up on what was going on, Rolf was like, I mean, money is money. So they all got together and headed to Rivers, where Arrow and Theron spoke with, oh god, what was his name?
I know it.
Do you?
It's in my notes.
It's Sylvester Cormeth. There we go.
Sylvester. That's what I said. Sylvester.
The bondsmage that Arrow had spoken to previously when he brought the corpse of the afflicted bondsmage to his tower. Talked to Sylvester and was like, hey, so you remember that whole shadow monster dealio? We want to help, and it'd be cool if you paid us to do that. And Sylvester was like, sure thing. And they signed a contract for that, which bound the three that you see before you, as well as their companions, to bring them information about this shadow man that is haunting the magically gifted of Kalimba, but also requiring that they not raise a hand against a bonded mage. Everybody met back up at the Tilted Turn, where Gregor was informed that oh god, there are too many names in this game.
Rima, I remember.
Rima, there we go. Poor little Rima had developed some feelings for him, and that he should probably deal with that, which he did not do immediately. Everybody decided to throw a party, although they couldn't talk about why they were throwing a party. They were just like, we're not dead. Yay! But the inn, like, seriously took to it, and it led to just a constant stream of people relating their experiences and being glad to be alive. Yay! Yeah. Rima got royally drunk, and started coming on to Gregor, and Gregor was like, I'm sort of seeing Farron right now, and Farron walked over, and Rima smacked Farron across the face and chewed them out, saying that he was taking advantage of the much younger Gregor, which is funny if you consider all of the age gaps involved just are a mess. And Gregor was like, nah, I'm just like super into them. And Rima got really embarrassed and ran away crying. So that happened. Theron ran into Helga once again. And Helga had some information regarding what the Bondsmaja had been up to, and invited Farron back to her place in order to look it over. Farron agreed. Gregor offered to go with, but Farron was like, no, I'll be fine. I'll go with my good friend Helga. And the two of them left. And upon arriving at Helga's, which is where we are going to pick up today, Farron heard a voice that they had hoped not to hear for quite some time. The voice of Bruno, the demon bandit. So, Farron, as you hear Bruno's voice and see him standing at the end of the hall, Helga behind you having just locked the front door, what do you do?
I think because I have to roleplay into their phobia, it's frozen in fear right now. That's a thing.
Okay. Bruno takes a few heavy steps forward. I had a feeling you would be returning sooner than others had expected. I am happy to see that I was right.
What do you want?
I wanted many things, Farron. But you... And he's about halfway down the hallway now. You got in the way. But now you're here. And you can help me once again.
You're not making a very compelling case for me to stay here.
And you see a cruel smile spread across his face. Well, if you felt like letting Helga survive, perhaps you would stay. And he is only a few feet from you now.
Yep. Nope. Farron is gonna grab Helga and teleport them out. Goodbye.
I'm gonna need you to defy danger, I
Cool.
think. Or I suppose it sounds like you're defying danger, because Bruno's gonna try and grab you, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Uh.
And I don't think you have to. Do you have to roll to hinder yourself on this one?
Well, it's well, Bruno terrifies me. I'm gonna run until there's no chance until he can find me. Is my phobia. So I don't know if that hinders me because I want to get the fuck out every single fiber of my being.
Here we go. Because you had two fears that you had to write that were, I mean, you have three of them, but two of them that you had to write that require hinders. And one of them is, I can never stay too long in one spot because I know Bruno and his demons will catch up to me. I think that applies.
Okay.
So I'm going to need you to roll to interfere, and it looks like you have 3 bonds with yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Love that. So 2d6 plus 3.
Whoo. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just double check the aid or interfere move because we haven't used it to interfere, at least not in a very long time. Y'all are a pretty cooperative bunch in general. On a 10 plus, they take a -2 to their roll. Okay.
Cool. Hate that. Okay. I want to argue that I'm going to use intelligence because I'm going to try to guess which way he's going to try to grab me and move the other way. Like, strategize that way rather than...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. And let's go. 7.
Is that including the -2?
Yep.
Okay. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice. I'm giving you an ugly choice here. Your choice is to take the time to grab Helga, but Bruno's coming with. Or you can realize this, right? You can see how fast he's moving. Or you can give up on grabbing Helga and you can just go.
Can I choose to instead just stay then?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. If I realize midway through that I'm not gonna be able to make it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look like I was trying to get out of the way.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm not. I'm trying to not look like I tried to teleport.
Yeah, so, oh god, this is going to be a very roll-heavy beginning of the episode. I'm going to need you to interfere with yourself again.
Cool.
And then, yeah, you can try and...
Because he doesn't know that I can do that. I didn't have that power when he met me.
Yeah.
So. Okay. G10. That's -2.
All right. And then this sounds like charm and social grace to me.
Yes.
To be like, oh yeah, I was just adjusting my posture.
No biggie. 12.
Oh, yeah, you're good. You are A-okay.
Okay.
Bruno steps in close and, seeing you not say anything and just sort of stand there, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you can feel weight behind it. I knew you were reasonable, Farron. Come, sit. We have much to discuss. And he's gonna gesture over to, like, Helga's dining table.
I think Farron will, like, they're not going to look over to Helga, but kind of keep, like, her in their periphery.
Yeah. She's still by the door. She's not looking at you.
Yeah. And Farron will slowly make his way over to the table.
Bruno pulls out a chair and sits down. It creaks under his weight. He's not at the full height that you know he can have. He's at his, like, 6.5, 7 feet tall at the moment, which still this dining set was not designed for. Where's the demon that you traveled with?
Well, we parted ways a few weeks back.
Is that so?
We had different objectives.
Interesting that you stayed together so long.
Well, we happened to go the right way. And then she decided she didn't want to stay with us anymore, so we let her go off to wherever she went off to.
And where was that?
It's around, outskirts of that, large forest. Actually, quite a distance away from here.
I see.
Been
And-
long enough that I'm not sure where she is.
And Gregor, you still travel with him?
Who?
No.
Know that name.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of that name before. Do you mean? Can you mean something else? George, maybe?
So, you want to know the locations of these people because I got in the way with them before?
I spoke to you before, Farron, of my plans, of the ways you and I could change this world. My plans have not changed. However, and you see annoyance across his face? I have need of this demon.
Well, that's a new development.
It is none of your concern.
It would be if I was to help you, which is what I assume you wanted to talk to me about, considering the beginning of our conversations here.
Do not try to play me, Farron. I am
I'm not
not
trying
an
to-
instrument.
No, I'm simply trying to understand things before I go into everything. How to
Where
survive
is
this
Gregor?
long. Not sure right now.
Mm.
Technically, Farron isn't sure where he is.
You've got a pretty fucking good idea. That's
I
some
have
lawyer level
no
trying.
clue.
I mean-
Listen, Farron and I will nickel and dime like logic and persuasion.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you're not being honest. You may be technically correct, but you're not being honest
Hmm.
right now. I feel like there's a danger that he might tell that you're lying and not being forthright with him.
Let's see. I have so many things. Hold on.
Farron's life is very complicated right now.
Hmm.
I'm also just looking at all of the stuff that I have. And I'm kind of like, "Wah." What- and what moves are? Okay. Yeah, I guess it's a defied danger, huh?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to hinder yourself first.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking Christ, Kiana. Good lord.
9 still.
Ooh. All right. Hesitate or flinch. Worst outcome: a hard bargain or ugly choice. Ooh. Um. Uh. He is gonna pick up on the fact that you're being dishonest about Gregor, but you might be able to distract him with more interesting information.
I, Canada the player, am trying to figure out what that more interesting information is, but
Why don't we cut away for a bit?
okay.
As we see the two of you staring across the table from each other, and we're gonna cut to the man of the hour, Gregor.
What
You're
time is it right now?
hmm?
What time?
It's like 10 p.m. probably.
Okay.
Something like that.
Is it like pretty shortly after Farron left?
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes or so.
Oh no, not nearly enough to be suspicious.
Not quite. Um, we see Gregor. Or actually, where do we see Gregor? Did you stick around in the common area of the Tilted Turn?
Yeah,
Or-
because Farron and Gregor were talking, and Gregor was just gonna kind of like keep an eye on like Arrow because they were super sloshed. Make sure they're okay.
You don't need to keep an eye on me. I got this under control.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so Gregor's kind of like taking it easy, switching to water at this point, just keeping a level head and just kind of keeping an eye on things for now. Definitely feeling a little awkward after the whole Rima incident.
Yeah. Arrow, are you still in the
No,
room,
no,
or-
no, no.
Okay.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure we said last time that they had left to their room like
Okay.
some time ago.
Arrow's gone. So Gregor, Rolf is gonna sit down across the table from you.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you and Rima gonna be a problem?
Me and Rima aren't anything. This is a Rima problem.
Yeah. See, difference is, Rima's been around for a long time. She's earned a lot of goodwill.
I can talk to her in the morning. Should probably let her cool off a bit.
So you and the bard, huh?
Yeah.
How long's that been going on?
Kind of a while, kind of not. There was a lot of realization going on.
I regret asking.
What, you never been in love before?
No.
Actually, I believe you.
I have other interests.
I kind of figured that too. All business, aren't you?
Rigger, people like us. Maybe you're different. People like me. Business is all we have time for. I keep my family close. And he looks around the bar room over at like Albina and Gurab, who are like arm wrestling somewhere in the
Mm-hmm.
corner of the room. Outside that, people slow you down. When you slow down, this world likes to eat you.
Listen, Farron and Arrow are the only reason I'm still here right now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I don't know what it means to keep my people close.
I get that. I'm just saying. Fuck. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, don't mince words on my account.
I'm not here to impart life lessons to you. It's not my job. It's not what your friends are paying me for. Speaking of which, this whole business with the bonds magi. Is normal for you?
This is how I got started. Most of my early contracts are like this. All up from Whitespire. It kind of feels weird not having my soul sworn to something when I take a job, honestly.
Right. So it doesn't bother you.
No. Mages pay well. There's money in magic.
There is. You've got quite the vested interest in keeping control over it, though.
You're not wrong about that. Spent a lot of time at Whitespire, and I didn't know what they were talking about half the time, but yeah, they want to make sure they got their finger in every bowl.
And now you're walking around with a rogue magus?
Yeah, I didn't say I been working with them recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple of years.
You don't see a conflict there?
Oh, I do.
And where do you fall?
I'm not gonna pretend to understand the big right and wrongs, the politics of all this, but I know who my friends are. I know who I care about, and I know who I side with.
Do you? Because honestly, sounds to me like a bunch of people want your friend dead. Or worse. And all those people are being hunted down by something right now. If I were in your position, I'd let them die.
You got a fair point there. But I do have people on the other side of that coin, too, that I also do not want to die. And the fact is, if this thing's coming after mages, what's it going to come after once it has all of them? There's anything I've learned traveling with these guys is that you don't let these things fester. You don't let them grow. It's not always paying work, but they're problems. And they can turn into big problems. I think you saw what could have happened if that last problem wasn't taken care of when it was. It would have been sanctuary eventually.
It's not the first time the world's almost ended. Probably won't be the last.
No, but as long as people are making sure all of those first times aren't last times, then
Fancy yourself a godling, Gregor?
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I'm kind of tight with some.
Sure.
Gregor's gonna take some amusement in that.
Well, you know I don't go back on my word.
Nah.
Your friends seem to be good for theirs. So this partnership works for me.
It's been good for me. I think we'll all have a lot to gain from this.
That said, if your friends are as interested in fixing all the world's problems as you are, I look forward to a long career.
See? Works out for everybody. And thankfully, Arrow somehow keeps getting money all the time when I don't. So that's also worked out.
Yeah. Getting money doesn't seem to be your strong suit. That's why I kept trying to bring you on. Got a good pair of shoulders, but the head on it needs some work.
Gregor can, like, feel Skullbreaker looking at him. If Skullbreaker could, like, snicker, he probably would be.
Yeah, I think you might get a... This man has wisdom.
It's been nice getting to work closer with you again, Rolf. It's been a while.
Too long.
I appreciate that about you. I know exactly what I'm getting when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Unless.
There's no fucking unless with Brett.
Okay.
He toasts you a little bit. I get an early night.
Yeah, it seems like things are calming down. I'll probably head up soon.
Yeah, there's a group in the corner that's like, "Hey."
I'm alive.
I think people have just have left off the I'm alive part, and they're just like finding different things to be like, yeah, yep, this drink's good. Hey! And Rolf will get up and head off. What do? Do you stay up to wait for Farron?
I think Gregor will stay up, but Gregor will probably head up to the room.
Okay.
Everyone's settled in, so he doesn't really have to keep an eye on anybody anymore.
All right. Then, as we hit the top of the hour here, we're going to step away to a short break. And when we return, we'll find out what Farron has to say to Bruno. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to From Dust. Farron, you have just been dishonest, not necessarily lied, to Bruno and been caught in this dishonesty. But you have an opportunity to try and deflect. What do you do?
I think Farron will not look abashed about being caught being dishonest. 'Cause they're a talker. Things will happen like that, so they're not like showing, oh shit, like you caught me. But they'll kind of lean a little bit into onto the table and just. So if I'm understanding correctly, you want your plan to work, but you're missing components.
I am not in the business of elucidating you, Farron. If you have something to say, say it.
I'm just trying to understand a little more so that I know that what I'm going to tell you would be useful to you. Isn't that a common courtesy?
We are far beyond common courtesy.
Very well. Do you remember that, I used to carry around a very odd thing with me?
The scythe, yes.
And you will note I don't have it anymore. Pretty hard thing to miss, don't you think?
Where are you going with this?
So there's a couple of things that I learned about it. One, he used to belong to the god of death himself. And two, I know who has it. And in the time that I worked with him, he might be of someone of interest, perhaps, is the right word for it.
So you gave it away.
I didn't give it away. It was a bargain. Matter of keeping my word.
And what did you get in return?
His services. Which, like I said, could be very useful. Or if he's not, then he's a potential opponent on the chessboard, so to speak. He is a necromancer with a very powerful tool that used to belong to the god of death. I think you can pick up what I'm putting down here.
You gave it to a bond mage.
I made a deal, and I've kept my word.
I see you wasted no time in getting deep into things beyond your control.
Well, it seems like I've been dragged back in.
He looks toward the entry hall, and you can see Helga is standing in the hallway, sort of in the shadows from the light that's being cast through the doorway. It is a trait shared by many in your profession.
I'm a particularly interesting exception in the fact that I go out on adventures to write my own stories rather than take old ones. I prefer working from source material. First-hand
Indeed.
accounts.
Tell me, Farron. Why do you wish to distract me with these promises of power? And he stands up from the table, and as he does, he grows taller, sort of stooping as his horns reach the ceiling.
Because, like most people, I'd like to stay alive and on my toes. And who would like to be in a position that I am in right now?
You may not see it, but you are in an enviable position. And he leans toward you over the table. You may go. I tried keeping you once, and that did not go to plan. I know now you are far more useful to me out there. So you may go.
And what is the condition?
I have none. We are not making a deal. You are not in a position to even attempt one with me. For you see, I don't have to kill you, Farron. You have things that you care about. You have Helga and Gregor, your woodsman friend. You have the stability of this city to which you keep returning. All these things that mean something to you and nothing to me. Your cage is of your own making, Farron.
I think Farron will start to stand up. I think that you mistake cages for bonds. Bonds are what ties us to the world. If you free float for too long, you end up all alone and isolated. And I think that'd be very sad.
Remaking the world is lonely work. But it's work that must be done. I will maintain watch over little Helga. Should you hear from your demonic friend, please let me know. Should I not hear from you for too long, well, I will find a way to exact a price.
What my friend does is not exactly in my control, is it?
Perhaps it is in your best interest, then, to gather information, to write your stories firsthand. But
And
thank
how
you.
shall I reach you?
Helga isn't going anywhere. You can find her here.
All right.
Thank you for what you have already told me.
Bards don't usually work for free.
He reaches to his belt and pulls a pouch off of it, tosses it to you. Fair is fair.
And I think Farron will do a small bow, but like a tint of mockery to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite actually respectful. And then start to walk out.
Do you take the coins?
No.
Okay. Helga moves to somewhere else in the house as you head toward the hallway.
She
Clearly
locked the
an intent.
door.
It's deadbolts and stuff. There's no
Okay.
key involved when you're on this side of the door. You're good. But she's clearly avoiding you. What do you do?
I think I just let her go. But I know where her house is. I know where her room is.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here.
That you have.
Yeah. They're gonna
Okay.
step outside. And I think they're gonna walk not in the same direction, not directly to the tavern. I think they're
Mhm.
gonna like take a roundabout way, and as soon as they're in a dark corner, like turn a corner or something, they want to teleport in to their room.
Okay.
Essentially, they're trying to avoid being followed back to the inn. But they
Yeah.
also don't want to be seen teleporting, so they're
I would like you.
a defy danger.
Or yeah. 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 I mean, yes.
I don't have to roll against myself because I'm not immediately faced with Bruno. Do I?
You tell me. Is this fear affecting Farron as they leave? Or
I think they feel pretty in control of what just happened.
okay.
Okay. I'm using intelligence.
That tracks.
A 9.
A 9. Yeah. You do it. And space warps around you, and you are standing in your room. Gregor, it's kind of late. It's probably 11:30 at this point.
All right. Yeah,
And
I think
rather than walking in, Farron just shows up.
I think Gregor will be like out of armor and just like doing like maintenance on his equipment. And like kind of conscious that it's a bit late, but not quite like at the point of like I should look into something yet. I think he was gonna give it like another half hour. And Gregor will just kind of blink as like the room lights up and there's Farron. And we'll just be like, hey.
I think Farron is just gonna go and just hug Gregor.
Hey, are you okay?
I think they're shaking from a mix of adrenaline and everything that's happened.
Gregor will like see this and like bring Farron to like sit on the bed. Be like, hey, what's going on?
He's here.
Who?
Bruno.
What? I think Gregor will lose some color himself there. At your friends?
Yes. No, it seems that he's gotten a hold of her.
Did he know you were coming? Is this just coincidence?
It seemed very planned to me.
Shit. He could have people in the tavern right now.
Could have people anywhere around here.
Shit. He didn't hurt you or anything, did he?
Not physically, no.
Gosh, did he say anything or did you just teleport out of there?
He wanted to know where you were. Want to know where Annika was.
Sounds par for the course. Jeez, I don't think we can stay here.
I think we have to go right in the morning. If not earlier.
I don't know if it's too late already. I should at least go let Arrow and the others know.
I think Farron's a little reluctant. Like, I think Farron is like holding on to Gregor in a way that's like reluctant to let him leave.
He terrifies me too. Gosh, I'd say let's just go end this, but I don't know if we can take him. I remember the last time we took on demons.
After we just finished the last thing.
Yeah.
Let me go. More useful out there wandering around, getting information to him.
Oh, God, son.
He wants Annika.
Of course he does. That makes perfect sense. I mean, I talked to her about taking her to White Spire. She might have been in that direction.
I'm either going. He let me go to find information on her.
Ugh.
And that if I don't report back fast enough, he'll exact a price.
Gosh, he used to say that before he went all demony. Jeez. You want to come with me? I think we should let him know.
Yeah.
Grey Girl help Farron up and keep an arm around him, and I think we'll head right to Arrow's door and knock.
Arrow, are you awake?
No.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Literally drunkenly passed out, like
Yeah.
sprawled out on top of Fletch, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it might take some knocking.
Mhm.
Yeah, before he gets up and heads to the door and opens it, and he's clearly like drunk and also half asleep. He just looks at you.
I think we're just gonna like suddenly step in and close the door behind us.
Oh, he just backs up.
Yeah, just not giving you any space.
Yeah.
And I guess Gregor will kind of like take a glance. I guess like Gregor will take a look to see if there's anybody present at all.
Fletch
I think
asleep.
Fletch is there.
In,
I
in
think
the hallway, I mean.
Fletch.
Like,
Oh, in the hallway? No.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I think Fletch is cleanly passed out.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gregor won't mince words. Bruno is in town.
Okay.
He was at Farron's friend's house.
All right. How do you know that?
Well, I went with Helga to go speak with her, and it ended up being a trap.
So this means
Well, he has people around. He knows that all of you are leverage for me. And I don't quite feel safe being in town any longer than we have to be.
okay. So does that mean like right now?
I don't think it's wise. But first thing, tomorrow morning.
We haven't even talked about where I can't leave yet. The guild is supposed to get in contact with me about the shadow whatever thing.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
Would there be any way that all of you could go somewhere outside the city, wherever you feel safe, and me and Fletch can stay in town until we get the information. Should be tomorrow afternoon, I think.
We could, but if I know Bruno, he's got people here. There's probably people in the tavern. They probably know all about you.
So what, you think he's gonna come in here and kill us tomorrow?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Listen, if he wants information from Farron or to go, as long as he sees that you've scooted and are looking for information, I'm sure that will be fine for a couple of days.
I'm not leaving you with him.
Well, I mean, we're all bonded to this thing, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that
we have to
complicates things.
kind of see it through. Can't just bail town.
So what? Just continue business as usual then. Keep an extra eye out.
I really do think that, I mean, me and Fletch can handle it. I know that you don't want to leave us here or anything, but we're going to be okay. You two can go and take the raiders with you, and we'll meet you outside of town.
Do you feel good about that, Farron?
I think so. He
All
doesn't
right.
seem to know where you are. He doesn't seem to know where you were either when we spoke. I want to keep it that way as much as possible.
So I guess just get the rest together in the morning and head out, and we'll meet you out as soon as we can.
All right.
Do you have your burb back?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Burb is
Yeah.
on call.
Okay. I was
Got my
just
girl.
like, I forgot if Barb's here now.
Got my two
Twitter has
favorite
been
girls.
installed.
Okay. Well, maybe have your bird keep an eye out. Just another pair of eyes.
He just nods a little bit. And I can do that.
All right. Well, let you sleep then.
Maybe we can make this kind of productive. Maybe we can investigate those scorch marks outside of town or something.
Well, give us an opportunity, I guess.
I mean, Arrow, you know what those scorch marks are. You were there when Vori cast that magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure I filled you in as soon as we saw them.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
We can get some headway on what actual information I learned tonight.
Make the best of what we got.
All right, well, I don't think that I'll see you two in the morning, so good luck.
All right, be safe.
We will be.
Guess we'll head back to the room.
Arrow's like asleep before you even close the door.
Arrow's thrown unconcerned by this whole
Close the door behind you.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. If you'd like, we can cut ahead to the next morning when all of y'all wake up. Arrow, I think it's safe to say you have a hangover.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This is probably the drunkest he's been since that night with Corey. That they both got really drunk. Remember that?
Yeah, you also got a hangover after that one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Farron before they left probably would have like arranged for like water to be left.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
they
don't
have,
think Arrow would have woken up to say goodbye.
yeah. Farron was like, Jesus Christ, these Ellisers and elves and their tendencies to get fucked up and
I
not
know.
help.
Yup.
They're so good.
Yep.
They're like,
Take it. I got it from my mama.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, they're he's definitely like, oh, all right. I know he's gonna be hungover. Just
Mm-hmm.
prepare
Grumpy
for
baby.
that.
Yes.
Okay. Then, getting up in the morning, clearly the two of you are up long before Arrow. I think as you come into the bar room, Rolf, fuck, so many names. Albina, there we go, and Gureb are all sitting at a table, and Albina, I'll wave you over, Gregor, as you come in.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Fun night?
Mellow enough, I guess.
The three of them exchange a look. Yeah?
No Rima?
Oh.
Oh, don't do that.
Ah.
Stop.
Gregor,
Oh, God.
sit down, buddy.
Uh,
Do you recall at some point yesterday, the four of us having a conversation with you, where we implied there was a bit of a delicate situation?
yes, I remember.
And do you remember the advice that I gave you?
I remember you saying Rima gets what she wants.
Let me refresh your memory then, because I told you to be careful. And a certain spectacle last night, and a bereft physiker who, last we spoke with her, would not leave her room, leaves me with the impression that you weren't particularly careful.
What was I supposed to do? Lead her on more? Like,
You could have
I was honest with her.
talked to her before she was drunk.
It was awkward, okay? I didn't think it'd escalate that quickly.
Yeah. You know what else is awkward? Our doctor is locked in her room. Hope you weren't planning on going anywhere today.
Gregor will glance over to Farron and say, I will try to go and talk to her.
They all just sort of stare at you. They don't say anything.
I'm going. All right. Jeez. And Gregor will get up, head back upstairs. I don't know if I would have
Farron
known
looks a
which
little
room is
torn.
hers.
Farron looks a little torn as to where to go, but they sit down because they're like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna.
I think Gregor will look back and be like, "That's good. Yeah, don't come." No.
Yeah. Gregor, you head upstairs. I mean, if you want to say that you know where her room is, I won't argue with you. But I didn't really get the
You know what?
impression
I'm gonna
that
say
you.
no because I think it'd be funnier
Yeah,
to like.
I don't feel like you put in the effort to find out in advance.
Probably not.
Like,
I think I know where, like, obviously our rooms were, and would maybe assume the Raiders were in one of the ones next to it.
mm-hmm.
So Gregor will knock on the door, like, to the right of their room.
Yeah, a voice comes back. Yeah?
Clearly not Remus.
That is not Rima's voice.
I mean, she might just be having a lot of sass right now. Excuse me, sorry. Wrong door. Gregor will move down to the next door.
Yeah. Downstairs, the moment Gregor is upstairs and out of earshot, all three of them burst out laughing. Farron.
I think Farron will look over and be like, really?
What? I mean, we didn't lie to him. I mean, you, of all people, should know that that guy doesn't have a whole lot going on up here.
No, I know that I'm usually the talker.
Oh, that worked out. That worked out great last night.
Sometimes you just have to let them go through it. What was I going to be? The jealous lover that was like, no, you can't have these feelings. Gonna stop at someone from having feelings.
It would have been entertaining if you'd done that.
I'm too old for those types of games. Besides, it's not the first time that I've been slapped across the face for something like this. Though usually I'm on the other end.
That doesn't surprise me. Rima is a good kid, but she's a kid.
How old is she?
Let me check my notes. I think she's 18.
Jeez.
Yeah. She's 18.
How long has she been with you all?
2 years.
And this is the
Good
first
work.
time that something has happened like this, I assume?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, fun.
First time it's happened in the group, though. Yeah, it's a unique challenge this time.
Well then. And how long have those... I'm not going to say tantrums, because that would be mean. Last...
She usually sulks for about 2 weeks after we leave whatever village or city her crush lives in.
All right.
This one's special, though, because she's never had to stick around with the person, or had someone to blame for it. So,
Oh, this will be an interesting little while then. And I'm sure entertaining for the rest of you.
I'm sure it'll be fine. She's never poisoned anyone before. I don't see her starting now.
Again, wouldn't be the first time.
I know you're not paying me for advice. But if that's a common occurrence for you, you might want to consider some life changes.
Well, I've already started that. Commitment's a new one.
I think we can cut upstairs to Gregor finally finding the correct door. You knock and you just hear a muffled "Go away."
Rima, it's me.
No response.
Listen, I'm sure you're really upset, but can we talk? Last night sucked.
You hear the sound of feet on the wooden floor inside, and then the door cracks open a bit, and Rima's a mess. Her hair's all tangled, her eyes are super puffy, and red.
Yikes.
What do you want?
Just to talk. Things escalated really quickly yesterday.
Look, I'm I'm sorry, okay? I just thought, and I guess I was wrong, and then she just closes the door.
Gregor will just sigh and say, Rima, listen, like, I'm sorry if I said anything to give you the wrong idea. Look, this whole, like, love thing, it's new for me, too. Brand new. In fact, I'm learning a lot in a very short amount of time.
You hear more muffled speaking from inside. Great, I lost out to a grandpa, and I lost out to him just now. That makes it so much better. Just
I
an
mean,
idiot.
You're not an idiot. Nor do I think Farron's a grandpa. Farron's pretty young in elf years, I think. Look, you're not an idiot. You're a very nice person. I like you a lot, but not like that. And, if we're going to be working together, then I think we should get everything off our chests and be professional about it.
I'm not working with anyone. I'm gonna lay here until I die.
No, you're not going to lay here until you die.
The earth's gonna open up and swallow me.
I don't think it's going to do that. Rima, this happened a lot.
No.
Are you sure?
The door opens. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh.
No, no one's ever turned me down before.
The gang mentions. I guess this has happened a couple times.
No, I mean, You're not the first person I've had feelings for, Gregor. But we move around a lot. It's not like I can just ask someone to leave their home or their farm or whatever and come with.
But I'm traveling with you, huh?
Well, I mean, I thought, but what are you getting at?
I'm not really even sure, but look, I just want to make this right. Like, listen, I have feelings for Farron, but I still care about you. I don't like seeing you like this. Don't take that the wrong way.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
kind of freaking me
Gregor.
out.
She puts a hand on your shoulder. That's really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. You seem like a very nice person.
Thank you?
I think I'm maybe I've just I just convinced myself of some things. I'm sure Farron deserves you.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So are we good?
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that.
What? I mean, I said yeah.
Yeah. A long yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard yeahs like that before.
Oh. She
I've
she
heard
reaches up
O's
and
like that.
pats you on the cheek. Don't worry about it too much. It's okay. Just don't tire yourself out.
I'm so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're thinking about heading outside and doing some investigating if you're feeling up to it.
Oh, no. I'm really not. I have a hangover and I didn't sleep last night. So, but don't wait up for me. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, well, I'll let the others know.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. She closes the door.
Gregor will like walk down the hall super uncomfortable.
Okay. Yeah, you come back down stairs and you see the three of them, Rolf, Albina, and Greb, all look at you very seriously. Farron, you caught them hearing Gregor come down the stairs and all sort of like Albina was like, "Hey, he's coming." And they all sort of turned to look at the stairs.
Farron will roll their eyes. Show. And we'll turn towards Gregor with like a friendly face.
Well,
I mean, we talked, cleared the air.
yeah.
Is she always so uncomfortable?
What do you mean?
I don't know. She was kind of weird about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
looking at
be
all
weird?
three of them. What'd you say? No, I
What?
didn't make it weird. I was honest with her. She made it weird.
Yes, but if you were in her position, would you not be weird yourself?
Fine, probably. I was trying to be direct about it.
But all is good. She's coming.
No, she's not coming. She's very hungover, and frankly, she looked not great.
Well, okay then. At least she didn't kill you.
Yeah, that's good.
I think Farron will just
my
kind of. I think Farron will just kind of. We'll save Gregor from this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saved you some breakfast.
Thanks.
Gregor, you need to lighten up. I mean, obviously,
I don't need to lighten up.
obviously she's upset, and she's probably going to be upset for a while, and that's going to be very uncomfortable. And she's probably going to make it very uncomfortable for you. But,
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
But, I mean, if she talked to you, then she's probably doing okay.
Man, would it be so much to ask for a simple, like, oh, I understand, Gregor, that's cool, let's be pals, let's make this...
Because unfortunately, feelings don't normally work that way.
Uh,
I feel like we talked about this last night, Gregor.
hey, I'm trying to be professional here.
Mm-hmm.
This is on her. I did my part.
Appreciate it.
Fred will just pat Gregor on the shoulder.
Do you guys want to go now?
Where are we going?
Remind me of what Farron learned from.
From Helga, Farron was told that there was a research expedition in town, from the Bonds Magi, that was looking into the source of magic, but that they had left town heading, let me look at the map, south.
Well, there's a potential lead that takes us southwards. I'd say that we get along that way. Arrow and Fletch will be joining us a little later. They have to wrap up the last of the administrative items of this job. We thought we'd delegate appropriately.
All right. Are we leaving town for good, or we're coming back?
I think for a while we'll be leaving town. We won't go super fast, as the others would have to catch up with us, but...
All right. Let me go get Rima. Rolf stands up, heads to the stairs. Is there anything that you want to do before you leave town?
Other than maybe picking up a few supplies, because it's been a while since we've been able to
that's
do
true.
that.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy, is there, I feel like there's a move for this. Supply when you go buy something with
Oh,
gold
no,
on
I
hand.
don't have my sugar daddy.
If it's something readily available in the settlement you're in, you can buy it at market price. If it's something special, then you gotta roll a move. Yeah, so anything that you want to buy that's just the normal supplies, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, I think Farron wants to do a quick run to do that.
And I think we'll cut over to Arrow, at Fletch. I think you come down to the common room probably sometime around 1 p.m.
Yeah.
After
Sounds
the rest
about right.
have already left.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, they said that they would send somebody to us, so probably on the agenda is hang out hang out and wait for our hangover to be over. So probably getting like a really greasy lunch and, water and just kind of sitting tight, because I told him where we were staying, and he said he would send word to me. So literally we're probably already packed just in case, like, if information happened to come in, early this afternoon. But also Arrow would have told Lake to keep an eye out on any suspicious peoples either looking around at the inn, or like, if people are just coming and going, that's one thing, but people who are particularly staking out or hovering.
Do you want to discern realities?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm good at that now. I mean, I've always been good at it, but 15.
Oh yeah, you get 3 questions.
Yeah. What should I be on the lookout for?
There is a person who's
People?
watching.
Oh,
the
okay.
the tilted turn.
Do I recognize them? Like, were they here the night before, or?
No.
Okay.
They're just sort of they're loitering in an alleyway like across the street. They look like they're
Mhm.
just sort of killing time as if they're waiting for someone, but they keep
Yeah.
checking through the front windows of the tilted turn,
Mm. Yeah.
and that
Awesome.
that tips you off.
Okay. Um, what here is useful or valuable to me?
There is a back door through the
Great.
kitchen.
Okay. Awesome. Love to know it. Um, what is about to happen?
Um,
I don't mean like right. I mean, I'm kind of like, is anybody
Yeah.
gonna actually come for us? Like, or does it seem more he's just like doing intel stuff?
yeah, I think you're not in any direct danger right now.
Great. That's
This
what I
person
was getting at.
is just keeping tabs on you.
Okay. Awesome.
And in real answer to your question, someone is about to. There's a young girl, probably about like 8 or so,
Mhm.
that is headed toward the tavern, with
Okay.
a letter in hand.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Great. I'm waiting for my letter.
Yeah.
Gimme.
The door opens and
Mhm.
this girl walks in, and she's just wearing fairly normal clothes, but you can see
Mhm.
a symbol of the Bonds Magi,
Great.
on a pendant,
Hmm.
around her neck, and she'll walk forward, to the bar where the barkeep, Lathron is.
Hmm.
Is Arrow staying here?
He just kind of like raises his hand. He's like, "Here."
She nods to Lathron and walks over to you. This is for you from Bondsmage Cormith.
Thank you. Do you know if it requires a response?
I was not told to take a response from you.
Okay. And he opens it.
Yeah. She'll fuck off out of here.
Hi, little girl. Get gone.
And the letter says, in essence,
Mhm.
here's the information you requested about
Yeah.
recent deaths.
Ah.
And it has like just a list of names with
Mhm.
dates next to them, and locations, and there are a couple where people died at the same time, but they're all in the same location.
Okay. Awesome. I guess does it give me actual like timestamps or is it just same day?
It's just dates. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but same day, but they're all in the same location. So there's not two different locations same day
There are a couple, but the locations are
close by within a day's journey.
they're within a few days' journey.
Okay. Well, it is a shadow monster, so it could probably move pretty fast, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, he shares it with Fletch.
Oh, that's a lot of names.
Yeah, it's not good.
Are you sure about this?
Well, as grim as it is, we'll be safe. For now.
I guess you're right.
What's the most recent death on here? Like what's the location? Make town uptime?
It might be Make Town Uptime.
Thank God.
Let me.
I've been dying to make a
zoom
town
out
up.
on the map. There is a. Where would it have been? here we go. Yeah, there is a small village. If you're looking at the map,
I am.
on the coast,
Okay.
sort of here-ish.
Yeah.
And that is the last one, and that was about 5 days ago.
Called what, Dylan? What's the name
That's
of this
your
tiny
call.
town on the coast?
What is it?
It is. No. Wait.
It is.
Don't say the thing that I'm thinking.
It is
Thinking.
no wait. Yes.
It is not Beach Bitch, which is what I was going to name it.
Not beach.
It's not.
Bitch.
No. I said no. Remember when I said no? That's not what it is.
Oh boy.
It is. It is. Let me think of it later.
Nope.
I want to say something like gully. Something gully.
Mm.
What's a gully? Does anybody know?
It's
like
a small valley carved by a river, I believe.
Yeah, I love that.
Maybe a
Wow.
fern gully?
Maybe. Could be a fern gully.
Nope.
I think I just like the name like Little Gully.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like fits that little like Two Rivers naming scheme over there. It is what it is, okay? It's just a little gully. That's what we're gonna call it.
There you go. Little gully.
Yep. Yeah. And he says this might be a good place to start, considering it is the most recent. We could. I mean, it might be in that area. I would think that Two Rivers would probably be quite a large target for magic users.
Wow. I mean, you said he's been here before. So.
Seems like it's been just about everywhere.
It gives us somewhere to start.
It's all we really can ask for right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I think he'll fold up the note and put it in his like pocket and then get their stuff and they'll head outside the city.
Okie doke.
He'll send Lake ahead.
Yeah.
Just send word that we're on our way. Oh, we're
Okay.
gonna take the back door. Thank you.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Could I have you, or
Yes.
would you like to defy danger?
I'd love to, and I'll do
danger
it with
being that you'll be
dexterity. Yeah. We're doing it quick.
Mhm.
Wait, where's my thing? Okay. Defy danger. Did it work?
I haven't
Go.
seen anything yet. Oh, there you go.
13.
13! Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
so fast. No. Yes, I am.
All right. Yeah. You get out of there unseen.
Great.
And Lake confirms this fact as you're like a couple blocks away, and Lake's still like, yeah, motherfucker's still
We
here.
chat, yeah.
And y'all can regroup and start heading to the west toward Little Gully. But
Little gully.
before that, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to step away for just a couple minutes, take a break, refill on water, stretch our legs, all that sort of stuff. If you're watching this and you are not, if you have not done so, I would highly encourage you to go get some water yourself. Stretch your legs, rest your eyes, look at a couple points at different distances throughout the room that you're in. We'll be back soon with more drama, I promise. See you soon. Hello, and welcome back to episode 26 of From Dust. We come in on our heroes as they are traversing the land between Two Rivers and Little Gully, which actually, how far is this? Because you're going to have to go here. How do I fucking... I
You
don't
know how
remember-
to do it.
I don't remember
Do.
how to ruler in this stupid thing.
You know. You're doing
So,
it.
20 and then for don't remember what I was. I don't know. It's gonna take like
What are you trying to get? What are you getting at
it's
here?
gonna take like 2 or 3 days. I forgot
To
that
get from Two Rivers to Little Gully.
Gully.
Yeah, I just I remember that I need to not care about exact measurements and stuff and just eyeball it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna or in terms of Dungeon World, it's going to be a 3 ration journey from Two Rivers
Great.
to Little Gully.
Well, you know that I have my thing,
Where you
where
automatically 10 plus on 2 of the rolls.
2 jobs. Yep.
And which
Just
jobs
as
are
a
those?
reminder.
Which are
I
you
can
taking?
do any job.
Right, but which 2 are you doing this time?
Which what are the 3 jobs? Leading, rationing, and whatever. What are they called, Dylan? I don't know what they're called.
I mean, it's your move, so I feel like you should be. It's called Undertake a Perilous Journey. The Quartermaster reduces the number of rations required by 1 if they get a 10 plus. The Trailblazer reduces the amount of time it takes. The Scout will spot any trouble quick enough to let you get the drop on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the rationing thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the Trailblazer and the Scout guy.
Okay.
So we get
who
10
would like
pluses on that.
to? So you'll be getting there in 2
2
days.
days? Yeah.
And who would like to be the quartermaster?
I don't want to. Last time they all went bad.
But the last time it all went bad was because I rolled like shit, I think.
Oh, I thought that was mine.
I can't remember.
You
think that
both
was
have
my
done
job.
terribly at that job. Literally everyone in the party has fucked up the quartermaster job.
Well, I'm already
except
striking out
for
everywhere
Arrow.
else. What's
Yeah.
the next thing? Let's do it.
All right.
I mean, if y'all would rather me take quartermaster and somebody else can do, I don't want to lose time on this. I don't want to give
like
y'all
traveling in
Trailblazer.
general. It's all bad.
Okay, well then I'll just take these 2 and we'll be okay. We'll figure if we use more rations, then we use more rations or whatever. If we get sick, we get sick. Okay.
Who's quartermastering?
Can
Who's
Fletch
mastering
do
the
it?
quarters? No.
Gregor will quartermaster with grace and dignity.
Okay, go ahead and roll plus wisdom.
Come on, wisdom, you are okay.
Hey! Yeah. So the journey is pretty simple. As far as logistics go, on your first day, Arrow, as you are leading the group, you are moving through sort of a plains area, sort of some rolling hills.
Sure.
And as the road reaches a cut in sort of these rocky hills where it comes up steep on both sides,
Yeah.
You notice that the sounds of wildlife are quieter than they were a couple meters back.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I send up my girl, Blake, to get an eyeball on what's going on here. He's thinking predator. That's like his immediate thought, is that there's something that has scared away the smaller animals. But obviously he wants to get a bird's eye view on the situation.
Yeah, Lake will take a fly around and ooh.
Oh yes. What is it?
I kind of want you to
Sure.
defy some danger, maybe?
Okay.
The danger? The danger here is that so you're gonna spot out the ambush that's laying up ahead of you. I'm gonna give you that. But
Sure.
the danger is that they're going to see Lake and be suspicious and try to shoot her.
And how am I acting? Like, how am I acting despite danger
Well, because
in this situation?
you get to tell Lake what to do.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that I'm having trouble figuring out what to roll, I guess is my. I mean, I could say that I'm acting quickly and say Dex, but if it's literally just me collaring at her to look out.
I mean, I could see arguments for int for thinking quickly and
Yeah.
giving her the right commands.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on a second. Okay. Can I try and get a plus on this because she has quick reflexes?
Yeah. What does that
Okay.
do?
Basically she just has certain strengths. So she's trained to fight humanoids and she gets like certain things for that. But basically quick reflexes helps her with when we do stuff together.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. I actually haven't used her in a really long time, so I need to remember.
It's been a hot minute.
She has base stats and like all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she's calm, quick reflexes, and stealthy. She also can fight humanoids.
Right.
And also monsters.
Okay.
Which is rad.
Yeah, quick reflex makes sense.
Okay.
I think it makes sense that you get a +1 for that.
Okay. Just add a +1 to this in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
A 7.
Okay. Goodness. I think they're going to shoot at her. Unless you give away your position and call for her. That's not me saying she's going to take damage. That's saying either you don't call out loudly and pull her away, and they might be like, oh, it's just a normal bird being a normal bird, or you do, removing her from danger but making it obvious that.
Can I? You said I can see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I, if they do shoot at her, can I shoot their arrow out of the sky?
I knew you were going to say it. I'll let you try.
I would love to try. If they shoot at her. If they don't shoot at her, I'm going to be super casual about it.
Okay.
I'm going to try and lead them. I'm going to lead our group outside, around it, right? Like off the road. Because there's a ambush set up on the road.
Yeah, so you haven't gotten into the cut yet. So you have room.
I want to come up around like behind them basically.
So you're at considerable distance. Okay. From this ambush. They're like at the other end of the cut basically. You have this little shallow canyon between you. Lake is flying over it. They are going to shoot at Lake. I
would like to say I actually don't have to call out to her to tell her to do things.
That's true.
We have a supernatural connection and she always does as I want her to.
That is true.
So I'm going to tell her to get out of the way using my noggin, and I'm also going to shoot at the arrow so it doesn't hit my burb.
Yes, you can do that thing.
Yes. Does it really matter what I'm shooting here?
I think it's a volley, probably. Or I guess it could also be a defy. It might make more sense to be a defy danger with dexterity.
Okay.
The danger being that Lake's going to get hit.
Yeah. I would like to add her dying to lines, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want my bird to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I will defy danger.
Oh! You got this. Yeah. So arrow flies through the air. Rolf at this point, like once Rolf is aware that there's danger, Rolf has started moving the raiders around the side of the hill, or actually probably over the top of it so that they can have high ground. And you hear in your mind, Lake's concern as this arrow flies through the air,
Yeah.
and you just shoot it straight out of the air. It snaps in half. Gregor, are you moving with Rolf's Raiders?
Yes.
Okay. Farron, what are you doing? Are you
Probably
sticking with
sticking
Arrow?
by Gregor.
Okay. So the group of you head over the top of this hill. There are several meters of distance between you and this group of now very surprised bandits. You have the drop on them from range, but not like you're gonna have to close the distance. By the time you close that distance, they'll have been able to gather themselves. Is there anything you want to do at distance, or are you going to move directly in? This is a question posed to everyone but Arrow.
I mean, yeah. Y'all do what you want.
Farron is just gonna stick with the group because that's what they do.
I think the same, more or less.
Okay.
Just not a lot of range.
So you're just gonna
capability there anyway.
Rolf's. I mean, y'all aren't ranged. As far as the hello camera, what the fuck? Hello. Hi.
I didn't know if any of Rolfs have the capability.
No.
As I made everybody aware of this ambush,
Mhm.
and I was like, go around the outside.
Mhm.
I definitely said, remember, if you engage, look out for magic users, please, just in case.
Yeah.
Don't hit a bonded magi. Just remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Bonds
unlikely that
Magi
one of them would be here.
Bonds
but...
Magi are pretty obvious,
Yeah.
generally, and also like anyone who is living a life of crime that involves waylaying people on the highway
I know.
cannot afford a Bonds
But
Mage.
just in case, just as a casual reminder.
The only
yeah.
bandit that went to White Spire was me.
So Rolf is just gonna like the moment you make you get sight of them, Rolf is gonna order the group to close that distance as fast as possible, to try and catch them before they're fully prepared. Arrow, you can move around. You can either follow up on the same side as the group, or you could go through the cut, or you could go around the other side. What are you feeling?
I'm gonna go up around the other side because I can still shoot them from there. So like,
Okay.
And I think they'll be distracted. I think by the other group coming up and
I
not
think
coming
that's
through the
fair.
pass. So I'm gonna,
I'm-
shoot them from over here.
I'm going to roll a die real quick. This is not making a move because that's not how moves work. I just want to figure out who's getting shot at. Because one of them has a bow, and that person is going to try and shoot at you as you charge.
Could I throw in a discern realities as I'm climbing up this other hill to study the people?
Yeah, especially because Lake gives you eyesight. And Fletch
Yeah.
is sticking with you, by the way.
Oh yeah, I figured. Okay.
There's 6 of you.
Yep. 12.
12. Yeah, you get questions.
What here is useful or oh man, valuable to me? Mostly what I'm looking for is their weak spots so I can use my new move. Their weakest points.
I mean,
What are their weak spots? Their necks?
they're human.
Okay, great.
But the question is, what here is it what here is useful to me, or were you asking
or valuable.
useful or valuable?
Specifically looking for
I mean, they're bandits and they're not completely averse to violence, but like they're not soldiers. These people aren't here for a pitched battle. So I think their morale is probably what's most useful to you at the moment. Who's getting shot at is Farron. I'm so sorry.
Why?
But an arrow is loosed in Farron's direction. Gregor and
May I
Farron, what do you
attempt
do?
to defend?
You may do so. There's a move for that.
All right.
Oh, damn. All right. You have 3 hold.
Heck yeah, that's right, because of my thing.
Oh yeah, you have 4 holds, don't you? Because you took you get
Or no,
bonus.
that increased to 3. It would normally be 2, I believe.
Is it?
I think.
No, it's when you roll a 12 plus hold 4.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is what it says right there in the chat.
I'm gonna do all this stuff.
Yeah, so you can hold 4, and you can spend them 1 for 1 so long as you continue standing in defense. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Huh. I'm gonna half the attack's effects.
That tracks. So I'm going to deal a d6 here. I believe, don't you also get other options off of your...
Yeah, I can open up the attacker to an ally.
No, I mean,
I can give the
so what was your advancement that gives you this bonus?
It was from the it was from one of the visions. It was like the ability I got. Yes, and literally it just added that +1 to my
That's right.
hold.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you had picked up a
Yeah, it's not like a
fighter
fighter skill thing. It's
Gotcha.
ability you gave me. Up my
Okay.
defensive capabilities.
Then yeah, let me roll this damage. Farron takes no damage. So this arrow, you see this arrow flying directly for Farron. What do you do? Like what happens in fiction?
I'm gonna look really cool and just like swing my shield down like.
All right. Yeah.
I need a win today.
Yeah, you get your shield directly in front of Farron, and Farron, you can hear the sound of this arrow plinking off of Gregor's shield directly where like your shoulder would have been.
Farron plays it cool. Tries
Alright.
not to look rattled. But we'll smile to Gregor.
Yeah, Gregor feels cool.
Era, did you want to ask any other questions?
I'm such a good body friend. Boyguard.
God.
Not really. I don't really have any other questions about the situation. Just because I feel like I know what's about to happen at this point. So I'm just gonna attack somebody probably,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as the raiders get up to them, you have an opportunity to take a shot from range.
Okay. Would you say that they are surprised?
No.
Not by me?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call a shot. I'm gonna hit him in the head. Probably.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay, here we go. A 15.
Yeah, you can do your damage.
So, yeah, and then they do nothing but stand and drool for a few moments.
Well, you deal your damage first,
I will.
because
Okay.
they might be dead.
This also, because of my new move, I think it does 2 piercing automatically.
Yep.
So 9 with 2 piercing.
Yeah, your aim
Or 7 with
is
2 piercing.
incredibly good. Were you shooting at one of the people up toward the front, or were you shooting at the archer?
Probably the one who shot at Farron.
Yeah. Your arrow goes through their eye and sinks into their head. They drop directly to the ground.
Yep.
At which point, I think, Gregor, have you been in a situation like this on your side, the mercenary side, and not the? Because obviously you've been in a situation like this on the bandit side.
Yeah,
before.
I think so. Like, I think this is pretty run of the mill, honestly.
Yeah. And the rest of the raiders definitely have as well. Bandits typically don't pick on armed groups. because bad stuff happens. Usually they're like, we're just gonna wait and we'll pick on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Raiders' general strategy would be get in real close and look like we're gonna murder them so that they give
Yeah.
up. Which is what Rolf is going to try and do.
That sounds terrific.
The Raiders, I think, raise their weapons and move in close. Albina's gonna like body check one of them, and these people are not organized. This person takes a shoulder from her, and their weapon is out of their hand, and they're gasping on the
How
ground.
many are them roughly?
There are about 6 of them, so it's
Okay.
equal numbers.
right.
But they don't have armor. They just have they have some axes and some short swords, some
Gotcha.
daggers.
Just out of curiosity, I guess, like
Mhm.
each of the raiders, like what are their like weapon choice fighting styles? I guess just to have an idea of that.
Yeah, fun information. So you can take a look at their entries in the journal, but Albina uses a great sword.
Okay.
She has a two-handed sword, and Gureb has a pair of scimitars that he
Nice.
uses. Rima actually is not big on fighting.
kinda
because
assumed
that's
that.
not really her job.
Right.
I think she primarily sticks behind the other 3, and she has a small arming sword, like a short sword for self-defense if somebody gets around them. But her role is not to fight people. And Rolf has a hand and a half sword, so like a long sword.
All right. I think just kind of going forward then, because it seems like we got a pretty good offensive group here. I think Gregor will generally fill a defender role.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I kind of want you. I kind of want you to parlay.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening here. Is there an intimidate? I don't think
Whoops,
there
I
is.
just hit it.
I wish there was an intimidate.
I don't even know what I rolled with.
I mean, parlay rolls with charisma.
I was about to ask if I could use my interrogator, like my muscle
Oh,
ability.
yes,
I do have a
absolutely.
spell now that's caused fear.
Oh my god.
That's not terrible though.
If you want to,
I already rolled on accident. If by all
I'm
means.
good with you rolling interrogator if you want to.
All right, come on, interrogator. Oh, never mind.
When
I
you parlay
just
using threats, you use strength instead of charisma. Okay, you're absolutely using threats. What's your strength bonus?
my strength is 3.
And your charisma bonus is 0? Oh, 1.
1.
Okay, so that goes up to a 9, which is still the same. You definitely cow them into submission. They're not fighting. I think, I mean, one of them is on the ground trying to catch their breath. The others immediately, once you get in close and they realize like they're not gonna be able to fight you off, they immediately just drop their weapons and put their hands up.
Smart.
And say,
Yeah, and I killed one. Oops.
yeah, you did. They haven't noticed yet, because they haven't looked behind them. And it's not like they had a whole lot of time to say anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, Arrow. We'll get to you in a second. They put up their hands and they start asking, saying, "Please don't kill us. Please, we're sorry." Actually, no, they're not. They're not sorry. You aggressed on them. They're just gonna say, "Please don't kill us."
They shot at my bird. That's aggressing on me specifically.
I mean, sure, Arrow might think that way, but it is a bird that they just thought was a normal bird.
Then why shoot at it? You monsters.
Because they're not vegetarians. Summer. Anyway, yeah, they've got their hands up. They're begging. They're crying. What do you do?
Gregor will look to Rolf because Rolf is technically the leader in this situation.
Yeah. Rolf will kick their weapons to the side, and look around, see that most of you are with him, give a bit of a nod, like, yeah, sure. And then is going to call out toward Arrow and Fletch. Road secured.
We both do the thumbs up.
Peace. Yeah.
Peace. Bye. Yeah. Well, we're gonna just head down.
Arrow, I would like you to roll something.
No, I don't want to.
I'm sorry. You have to.
Do you want to hear the thing that I'm mad about though?
What?
I have a trick that I get to roll when I defy danger really, really well, which I did at the end, and I didn't use it.
Oh no.
Where I get the true beauty, moment of grace, or better outcome.
Oh yeah.
Just don't let me forget to use that in the future if I do really well in
Okay.
danger.
I do want you to roll plus wisdom though.
Okay, for what? For why? Just for fun?
Because it was made pretty clear to you that you didn't have to murder these people, and you had the option, even with your called shot, to go for the arm or the leg, things that would not have killed this person, and you did kill him outright.
You did shoot at Farron. And my bird.
But you didn't have to kill him, is the thing.
True. I guess that's a point you can make.
Yes.
An 11.
11. Okay. On a 10 plus, choose one. So that's off of our campaign moves. You can choose, make a bond with the affected person expressing your remorse. Make a bond with a god expressing your penitence. Take -1 ongoing until you can indulge a vice. Your next roll regarding an intelligent being will be a miss with no exceptions, or you grow the seed of a demon within your soul, etc., etc. I mean, you can take that one multiple times.
No. Where is this? Where is this? I know it's in my
moves.
notes. What?
Campaign moves.
Is it a handout?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here. Boop. Show to players.
Gimme, thank you.
Yep.
I already did one of these.
Yeah.
On a 10 plus, choose one. Okay.
Feel free to think on it.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fail my next roll regarding an intelligent being.
Okay.
No exceptions. So basically any move I make involving another person, I'm going to just fail it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And I think you... I think Fletch might say something as you're walking over.
Sure.
Not like, not be like, what the fuck, man? But I think she's just gonna put a hand on your arm and say, we're not an L-Sergeant anymore.
I'll hear that, but I will not say anything in response.
So the raiders in general are just gonna disarm them and make sure that y'all can continue along the road. Rolf doesn't really care that these people are here. They're clearly very upset. They just got their asses kicked, and when they realize that one of them is dead, they continue to be very upset. What do you do?
You know what? I'm gonna give him 100 gold.
Okay, so Arrow, you walk up and just like toss a bag of coins to them?
Yep.
One of them sort of looks down at the pouch and up at you. They're clearly very confused. What's this?
Well, if you're willing to attack people on the road for what I'm assuming is money, hopefully this can get you somewhere. Do you not want it?
No, we do.
Okay.
They look at you very confused. Farron, what are you doing?
Farron is watching this whole engagement happen and just it's kind of like waiting to see where this goes. Not out of amusement, but like in a do I need to step the fuck in? Like,
Arrow's like, he gives them money, has this exchange, and then turns to leave. He spent this much money partying last night. This money means nothing to him. Like,
Yikes.
to put it in perspective, we literally spent this much money last night to get wasted. He's going to give these people money if they're willing to attack. Just because it might not have been us, you know? We were prepared.
Rolf, or I think probably Albina picks up their weapons, and Rolf says, "We'll leave these for you 2 miles down the road. Have a great day."
Gregor's gonna linger for a bit and kind of look over him and just say, word of advice, find another line of work. It's kind of close to home, and start heading off with the others.
Is your name Gregor?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
How do you know me?
We used to work for a guy named Bruno.
Used to.
Yeah.
Can I see if he's bullshitting me?
But yeah, you can discern realities.
Can I help? Damn it.
You get one question.
I guess what here is not what it appears to be.
They're definitely lying to you. They still work for Bruno.
Gregor's just gonna glance back to the group and is just gonna shake his head like,
We won't bother you anymore. We weren't even gonna bother you in the first place. Oh God, Hannah. Oh God.
we need to know you're not going back to Bruno.
I think this is another parlay with threats.
Okay.
Hi,
you
can I
have
help
leverage.
this time? I will
Yes.
pull back out my bow. Very
Yes,
soon.
absolutely.
They know that I will kill them.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I will aid you right now, Gregor, my sweet.
All right, here we go.
Gregor
I
calls for
rolled
aid.
So you get a
A
plus one.
Cool.
Oh, damn it.
All right, to a 9.
Yeah. So close.
Look, we wouldn't, but I mean, you of all people should know what he's like.
I know exactly what he's like.
If we don't come back, he'll come for us.
Yeah, I'm asking you to make a really hard choice here.
I mean, I can make it easy.
I don't want to make a hard choice right now.
If you can give us more money, we can run further.
Can I get a bullshit detector on this?
I mean, you rolled a discern realities earlier, and you still have 2 hold.
And I what?
You still have 2 hold.
Oh, you're so right. Wow, that's so amazing. Look at me go. Okay. um what here is not what it appears to be.
They're telling the truth. I mean, this is the cost, right? This is the promise that they're asking for. It's like they'll do
Yeah.
it, but they need more money in order to feel that
Do
it's
I
worth
can I
it.
get a read on like what I think? Like if I give him 50 more, do I think that's enough?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll give him 50 more.
Yeah. All right.
Reluctantly and with menace in my eyes.
It communicates.
Good.
They read
It's
you
a,
loud
I
and
don't
clear.
ever want to see you again look.
They never want to see you again. The feeling is mutual.
Good. Then let's just agree not to see each other ever again.
Yeah.
Gregor will just say, I will remember your faces if I see them again.
Okay.
And I cough loudly behind him.
Yeah. Cool guys
Just
don't
like
look at
that.
explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly this vibe right now.
Mhm.
I think if we're out of like earshot
Mhm.
of these, Farron will look to Craig and just be like, I think you need to stop telling people who you actually are when they ask for it.
Yeah, stop saying, I'm Gregor.
Fair.
You could have also just told them to lie and say they didn't see anybody going through.
I don't have that much faith in them.
It's fine. We're not hurting for money.
Right.
It
Farron
seems
had been
that-
like keeping track of like how like Arrow had like no concept of like
I have 1,400 gold
I know.
still. Like,
Um,
we are not poor.
yeah. But like Farron's just like a little concerned about
We don't use your money in Ellis Surgeon.
It seems I misjudged you, Arrow. Gregor, pay attention.
Huh?
I don't think Skullbreaker even bothers to follow up on that.
No, why would you? There's nothing to say to that.
But with that, we are at the top of the hour, and
God.
we're gonna take a somewhat shorter episode tonight, we are going to be on a bit of a break. But before you go anywhere, chat, don't close this window. Stick around, because these three lovely people do lots of awesome things, and they would love to tell you about them. I would love for you to hear about them. So, starting with Summer, please tell the good folks in chat who you are, where they can find you, what you got coming up.
Yeah, hi. Howdy. You can find me here every other Saturday. Like Dylan said, we'll be on a little bit of a break, but when we get back on schedule, I will be here. You can find me back here every Monday playing games, really playing games, doing a great job playing games and taking extensive notes. You can find me on my channel, off_the_table, on Twitch Tuesdays, every other Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. We will be there this Tuesday with The Last for the Awful Sea, Wednesday with Godsend, Thursday with Liminal, and Friday with our newest show, Hark, which is Cypher System. And I'm very excited. It's going to be very cute and very drama. And I'm super excited. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter if you are interested in seeing where I'm at. But that's all for me.
Hell yeah. Kiana.
Woo. Yeah, this was fun. You can find me over on Twitter at KennaS. Best way to figure out I do. Cause I'm all over the internet doing all sorts of role-playing things, whether that's streaming, writing, screaming into the void. But I have my channel, Salty Speed Games. We have a Pop Cthulhu campaign on Saturdays, which Summer's in, and we have a Witcher campaign, which is on Sundays. So tomorrow morning, come catch us over there. I will also be at Breakout Con, which is the reason why we'll be on break. for a little bit. So if you're in Toronto, in my hometown, um, tell me, let me know, say hi. I'll be there the entire weekend, and I'm on a couple panels with a bunch of friends of the channel, all that stuff, and a live show and a couple game. But yeah, that's pretty much me.
Hell yeah. And last but certainly not least, our good soft hammer boy, Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam. Adam Rovio on Twitter. I am going to be moving in 2 Mondays to Texas because I'm a voice actor and I'm going down there to do that type of stuff. I am also on Instagram, Adam Rose Minis, and TikTok, Adam Rovio, once again, where I share tabletop-related goofs and advice.
Hell yeah.
And I'll obviously be kind of away a little bit since I'm building a whole new life somewhere else.
But hella worth it. I'm Dylan. You're already on my channel. You can find me here. You can find me in other places of the same name, that name being endorses, if you have missed it up till now. The things that I want to plug are primarily my Patreon, which is my... actually, if you didn't know, Patreon is, in fact, my primary source of income at the moment. So if you want an uncomfortably intimate look at my finances, you can just go to Patreon and see how much money I make. But if you are not already supporting on the Patreon and you have a couple bucks to drop every month, I highly recommend or encourage that you do so. It helps me out a lot. I haven't given the whole spiel in a while, so I'm going to do a somewhat abridged version of it here, which is that my Patreon is not built around pledge levels where people who pledge a certain amount get certain things, with the exception of there's a Minecraft server access tier, but the Minecraft server you can also just apply to be on if you want. It is instead built around community goals. So as we hit certain levels of total funding, it unlocks new rewards for everyone, including people who cannot afford to support me on Patreon. I believe pretty heavily in socialism through action, and so that's how my Patreon's structured. And we are just about $75 away from me releasing a map into public domain every single month. That means I will be making a brand new map every month, and it will be going directly into the public domain where anyone can use it for anything that they want. This is specifically so that if you are a creator with limited income, or if you know creators with limited income, and you find yourself hurting for maps, these maps will be free for you and anyone else to use in published adventures, or to, edit it and make your own changes, all that stuff, whatever you want. That way, you're not just supporting me by getting us to that funding goal, which you would be, but you are also supporting other small and poor creators. So if that seems like a thing that you're interested in, take a look at the Patreon. Other than that, obviously Monday, really playing games with Summer. Tuesday, Alas for the Awful Sea with Summer over on her channel. Wednesday is going to be another video game stream. Either we're going to continue near Automata, or I might rope Kiana into more Stardew. We'll see. Yeah, and then I will also be at the Breakout Con in the Torontos. If you want to come hang out and play some games, I'm going to be bringing Spoken Magic with me. I'm also going to be printing out a copy of Letting Go, and I will have Become pins if you feel like you would like a button that says More Than My Programming, that is Become branded. You can get one of those at Breakout Con, and all you will have to do is find me. And yeah, I think that just about covers it. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out, and thank you to the three of you players for coming and having Total Drama Show with me every 2 weeks. We're gonna it's not hard to find Dylan Heatole. It's true. So we are not going to have an episode on the 21st. We will be back on the 4th of April with episode 27, City of Ashes. So Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Matthias for the 16-month resub. Thank you, Friendos, for the hosts. Thank you, Gemsong, for the sub baby. Oh my god, I completely missed that that's a sub baby. If you're still in chat, you gotta let me know what our sub baby's name is. Otherwise, I'm gonna make sure to bring it up next time I see you in chat. Thank you, Rock, for the bits. And thank you, Adam, as you're sitting right here for the Patreon pledge. Making a huge difference. Thanks so much for all of the support, whether it be monetary, just sitting in chat and yelling about how terrible Bruno is. Really, all of it contributes. So that's pretty much everything I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed, but most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.